setting up, so
Just turn up my own stream from yesterday or the other day. Okay. All right. Well, we are starting Fire Emblem 6 today, so welcome. This is an Iron Man, of course, on hard mode of Fire Emblem 6. We just finished Fire Emblem 5, which I was extremely excited about, as I voiced in that episode. Or part, I guess. Now, Fire Emblem 6 I've played a bunch of times. If you've watched the stream or been following my YouTube for quite some time, you know that this is probably like my most played. I think the audio is a little loud. We'll see if people get here if they want to tell me. But probably my most played game, at least on stream and on YouTube. I've completed many Iron Mans. So I feel a little more confident about this one than some of the older ones that we did. I also do not want to resume that chapter. That wasn't an Iron Man. That was actually a thing I was making a YouTube video about, which we might see pretty soon. I wanted to make a YouTube video or some YouTube videos on chapters in this game because they're interesting. Oh, usually I read the text. A great war, known as the Scouring, was fought for dominion of the land. Losses were trimmed. Whatever, who cares? Stuff happened. I believe they fought the dragons a long time ago. I forgot that I've been reading the stories to these as we've been playing them, which will actually be interesting because despite the fact that I've played Fire Emblem 6 many times on the channel, I've never actually like gone through the story. I do understand the story of this game a little bit better than some of the older ones, but I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit too. After defeating the dragons, the humans of Alib quickly spread their culture and civilization to the farthest reaches of the continent. The kingdom of Etruria. In the West Isles, in the west lies the kingdom of Etruria, which is widely considered to possess the most refined culture in all of Alib. The most refined culture? That's a weird way to put it. Did people from Alib tell you that? Or the kingdom of Bern, with its powerful military and logical, pragmatic people, is located on the other side of the continent in the east. These are the two most powerful nations in Alib, with the weaker nations situated between them. These smaller lands are the... Is it Lycian or Lucian? I feel like it's probably Lycian. I'm gonna turn up the volume just a little bit. I don't know exactly where it's supposed to get to. The Lycian League, whose numerous territories are independently ruled by a number of... I think that's marquise. I think that's the way that I always pronounced it. By a number of marquises that are bound by a vow of allegiance. Ilia, where the people or arduously, I don't know if I've ever seen arduously spelled out, arduously till the frozen soil, and many become mercenaries to earn money to survive. Hensake, where various clans ride through the plains on horseback. Although there were occasional clashes between these nations, the majority of the people of Alib lived in peace. That peace, however, was not to last. King Zephyl of Bern has commanded his forces to conquer the entirety of Alib. Oh, we're just getting right into it. Bern's armies first attacked Sakai and Ilia, ruthlessly massacring all who opposed them. Now Bern is mounting a merciless invasion into Lycia. Foray is the territory of Lycia, known for its beauty and honorable lords. Foray's Lord Roy was in Ostia, Lycia's largest territory, when the invasion began. He had been sent to study to become the next Marquis of the Foray territory. However, the sitting Marquis and Roy's father, Eliwood, has been ill. Has sent for Roy to return to lead Foray's soldiers in defending against Bern. Marquis Hector, and we know these people if we played Fire Emblem 7, Marquis Hector of Ostia leads the Council of Lords in Lycia. At the same time, Eliwood sent for Roy. Marquis Ostia's daughter Lilina was in Foray visiting Eliwood, who is Marquis Ostia's longtime friend and confidant. Upon receiving his father's message, Roy hurries home, taking with him his vassals, and Bors, a knight from Ostia who is responsible for Lilina's safety. The story begins when Roy reaches the outskirts of Foray. Fair enough. Ooh, I'm gonna have to change where the text is. Hold on. What's up, Tonga? I need to pray for times like this. Yeah, I didn't think about maybe move it over here. It's weird to put the text chat where the deaths are. I'm gonna have to play with this setup, I think, a little bit. Maybe we just put the deaths down here. Maybe we just hope that there's not that many deaths. All right, we'll try that. We'll see how that goes. Boss! They've all hidden themselves inside the castle. Even Eliwood, the greatest knight in Lycia, is no match for an illness, it seems. Hehehe. I wouldn't mind being dead? Jesus Christ. Oh wait, that's gonna go up on my face. Hold on. Maybe like that. We'll try that. I'll have to play with this, like I said. Jesus Christ, Tonka. You were right when you said there wouldn't be many soldiers. They're all getting ready to defend against Burn. The greatest knight. Yeah, the most powerful knight in the land. Eliwood. Of course I was right. I'm always right, you fool. Reinforcements could be here any minute. Alright, you curs, listen up. Kill everyone in the castle while we still got time. Then we can waltz out of here with all the loot. It's a great strategy. That is a great strategy. Yeah, castles ain't the only place with loot. Let's go ransack the villages and take everything they got. That's a great idea. Lord Eliwood, we're under attack by bandits from Mount Bohm. I understand. Thank you, Merlinus. Blast it. Were I not in this pitiful state, I would take care of them all by myself. Yeah, okay, Eliwood, whatever you say. Lord Eliwood, Alina, you must hide yourself. This castle is going to become a war zone. No, my lord, I can fight too. Don't be absurd. I couldn't face Hector if something happened to you in my own castle. My father, but it's going to be alright. Roy should be here any moment. So we just need you to, or we just need to hold out until then. He'll drive off those dastards. The boars kill all the enemies? That is one strategy. Merlinus, send a messenger to Roy and tell him, and let him know the current situation. We need his help. Yes, my lord. I always wondered about this. Like, Foray has no standing army. Like, they just get destroyed by bandits. This kind of happens in Tara in Fire Emblem 1, where like they have no soldiers, so they just get destroyed by pirates at the very beginning of the game. Oh, it's Lance. What's the matter? Why are you in such a hurry? Lord Right, bandits have appeared and are attacking the castle as we speak. No, is the Marquis unharmed? He's inside, defending against the bandits' attack. But I don't know how long he can last with his illness. Excuse me, Lance, is Lady Lilina safe? You must be a knight of Ostia. Lady Lilina is in the castle. Because Eliwood is a trash unit? That's actually true. It's actually true. Lady Lilina is in the castle. She should be alright. She's with Lord Eliwood after all, but he can't last forever. No. I shouldn't have let Lilina go to the castle before me. Lord Roy, regret won't solve anything. We must retake the castle. Walt is right. We must make haste. Yes, you're right. There is no time to despair. Very well, to arms then. Our target is the castle. We must rescue everyone. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. That's really weird. Oh, okay, let's try that. Okay, that was weird. For some reason, everything was set correctly on my controller except the up, going up, so I just couldn't move up, which is not great. What's up, Master Bambo? Back to square one, back to the roots, exactly. Now we're on to some games we've seen before. We know these quite well. Okay, so this chapter is all about Marcus, as we well know. Basically, this chapter is all about Marcus dealing decent damage to these fighters, and then both Lance and Alan getting some nice kills. This early Fire Emblem 6 is kind of about Lance and Alan getting as much experience as possible. Of course, there's reinforcements already, but they'll have to go through the castle, or through me to get into this castle. Okay, we can do that. Wow, Marcus doesn't double. What are the chances that Marcus misses a double on turn 1? That's very interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen him miss that double. Okay, fast, max, and we'll go, I always go green. I like green. We'll try red for this. What is this guy's speed? 8 speed. Oh god, red really stands out. 8 speed. Wow, this guy's so fast. This guy also has 8 speed? Wait, this guy, I've never seen this many 8 speed fighters. What the hell? Usually Marcus doubles everyone on this map. That's so weird. I don't think I've ever seen this many 8 speed fighters. That seems like so many. -6, okay. Yeah, wow. That is kind of weird. I think we have to be a little bit careful because we want to protect that village. That's so weird. I don't know if I've ever seen Marcus not be able to double anyone on this chapter, let alone like most of the enemies. That's so weird. Ow. Roy's already taken one on the chin, which we love to see. Should we be over already? I mean, we're gonna be fine. It's just that we're gonna have to like, normally Marcus can double these people so he can leave like 2 fighters turn 1 to very low health, and then you can clean up with Lance and Allen, but unfortunately we're not really gonna be able to do that because he's not doubling anyone. That's so weird. Normally Marcus doesn't struggle with doubling until chapter like 2, I think it is, where things start to be, where the enemies like really start to pick up. But yeah, interesting. I probably could have positioned better here. Well, okay, we'll give Walt a kill. Trevor the true ending. Yeah, I think every Fire Emblem 6 attempt I've ever done attempts the true ending. Now, whether or not we get there is, you know, more of a question mark. But yeah, for sure we'll try to get it. The last one I did, the low tier one that we did last, made it there, so that was pretty cool. We're in a bit of a pickle here because I can't kill this guy unless Boris hits him. You know what? Let's see what happens. I believe. Mulgar Wade. That would be very interesting. So my plan for meme characters. I know we keep talking about Wade. I'm down to try Wade. Okay, hold on. So if I miss, this is really bad. 14 attack. The problem is, what's the hit here? 45, but it's only 10, right? How much do you deal? Yeah, so we should be okay. Okay. So I'll try to use Wade. We'll see. Using axe users in this game is very difficult. But we'll do our best there. And then I know one of the things that I kept trying on the low tier playthroughs, but I was never able to make work was Walt. So we could try Walt. His first name is Dwayne. Oh, a little bit of lore from Wheelie. Thank you. Dwayne Wade, you say? Interesting. Sounds like a great guy. Unique. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, out of characters I've never used Dorothy because on our low tier playthrough she died every time. We used. Have we seen Walt? I thought Walt died every time I tried to use him. Have we seen Jacked Walt? Oh, I thought he died every time. Maybe I'm misremembering. I know we've never done Dorothy because I know she died on the 2 low tier runs I did, where I was trying to use her. So that one I'm very interested in. Lance has 2 health. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's not kill Lance immediately. That would be a bad idea. I have to stop this guy. Although I guess he can't get to the fort this turn, so who cares? Do I trust you? Do I trust a 91%? I've never missed a 91% of my life. So you gotta say that so that if he does miss, then you have a funny clip to show. So he hits 97 hit and above. Oh, Have we ever done geese? I don't know. Dude, the like depth in this game for like fun meme characters to use is crazy. It's one of the things I love about it. Yeah, I don't know if we've ever done geese. I think I tried to use geese, but I hate geese so much that it was tough. As for 96%, not so much. There's Wade, Geese, Dorothy. I think we did Hugh. There's also Ray, who actually isn't that bad of a unit, but I just never wind up using him. We could try to do something with Ray. You wanna do Geese? We can try Geese. We can try to make it work. Geese combines like so many bad things. The one thing that Geese has going for him is that he comes with a Brave Axe, which is fine, you can just give that to anyone, but it means that he can actually use a Brave Axe, which is actually kind of useful. My grandma hands out food. The only difference being that, yeah, it's like if your grandma was like really bad at cooking. She gives you a lot of it and you're really grateful, you know, it's really cool, but it's not great. It's not great to eat or look at. We're kind of getting done here. I mean, I really don't want to risk another, like, pretty, like... Well, that's 100%. I'll risk a 100%. Yeah, I'll risk a 100%. That I will do. Trek is interesting. Yeah, we could do Trek. Although, I think I used Trek on the first low tier. Trek's okay. He's a little boring, but we could do Trek. I have used Trek in the past, but yeah, it's not the worst. Could do Noah, actually. Noah's another just like not bad unit, but I've never really used Noah. You come attack me, yeah. I got to embrace Garrett. Garrett's a pretty decent unit. It's tough to use pre-promotes in the late game in this game, though, unfortunately. Pre-promotes have really bad growths in this game, like basically non-existent ones. Liz, can you get a point of luck? Why does everyone have one crit against you? Like, what is happening here? We'll see how things go. I don't want to do like too many meme units because I do want it to be successful. Although to be honest, I don't really care too much. I was much more into the Fire Emblem like 5 and stuff because I never completed that. But so we might just do this as a full meme. Although I feel like if I meme too much, it's just basically gonna be low tier again. Although low tier was really fun to do, so. He's from my runs because obligatory pretty women gotta be in the team. That's fair. No, Agreen is really good actually. I like Agreen a lot. I think she's like, she's not like an S tier unit, but I think Agreen and Klein are both like really solid unit. Oh, what's this? This is gonna be oh wait, what? I don't remember this clip. Oh, I did use Walt. Oh, I do remember this. Okay.
But just this one time.
Oh, that's right, he missed the 96. Yeah.
I didn't say miss at 96%. I said crit.
I didn't say miss at 96%. I said crit. You tell him past me. Don't improve anything, yeah. We did use Walt. Dude, I swear, I've like blanked. That was a recent run too. I've like blanked Walt out of my memory. For some reason, I just think that we never used the Walt. But we absolutely did. I feel like Walt's giving me like PTSD or something. I don't even know. Oh, this kills if I miss. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I just was not paying attention. Oh, the chat's kind of bleeding into the game, huh? I should move that. Last time I used this setup, I didn't like have chat on screen. Okay, that looks a little better. That looks better. Clip that I don't trust 96s anymore. Dude, yeah. The thing that you'll learn if you play like a lot of Fire Emblem is that no percentage is ever accurate. At least this isn't Thracia, where it genuinely feels like no percentage is ever accurate, but it's still rough. It's still tough out there. He's Saul. Wait, what's wrong with Saul? Just Fire Emblem odds. Yeah, that is a good way to play the game, to be honest. In an ideal world, you never have to rely on any kind of like percentage, even if it's 99. Now, if it's 100, okay, of course, then we can talk. But even at 99%, definitely try to not rely on those things as much as possible. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. But certainly when you're using low tier units, sometimes you just do what you gotta do. But okay, well then I don't really care about training Walt, if I'm being honest, if we used Walt. Yeah, I just totally don't remember using Walt at all. Where's the wildest thing I've seen? Any Fire Emblem? Yeah, Fire Emblem 4 Arena is absolutely bizarre. It doesn't make any sense, or at least it doesn't seem like it does, but... Oh my god, you can kill me? You can kill me too? Alright, where are we? You're the only 100%, so you're gonna have to do it. From over Vegas. It's probably good, like, general advice. Although, I suppose you never get a sure thing in real life. But yeah, Fire Emblem 4 is very questionable. I don't think we really need to heal like this, and this might be a waste of vulneries, but vulneries really aren't that important in this game, to be honest, so I don't really care about like not using them here. So the creepiest support conversation with the female cleric with the implied things. Oh, did he? With Ellen? Marcus, no, you don't kill people here. You damage them for our calves. Marcus, what are you doing? Marcus is throwing. What a guy. Marcus is already throwing the run. Well, I didn't realize that Saul was a creep. I mean, I know he's like... The little bit I know of Saul makes him seem like, you know, a womanizer, but I didn't realize it was quite too, What do you mean by, like, implied things? Like, really bad things? Or, like, just being a general creep things? I guess all of it's pretty bad, but... They kill a guy with 240%. Yeah, that is very true. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't seem like it should work, but then it just does. The great thing about, I actually love the Fire Emblem 4 arena because it just doesn't matter. Like you can, the weirdest shit can happen, and sure, it's like frustrating because obviously you want your units to gain experience and win fights, but ultimately, like, because the units don't die, you can just enjoy. You can just enjoy the RNG for being just that. Just fucking weird as hell. I don't trust the streamer. Ugh. If there's one person you should not trust, it is probably the streamer, so that's fair. I would not trust him. I invited him over to pray together, and Saul said he would lose control with pretty women like her. Oh, did he? Yikes. Look, we're 2 games removed from Fire Emblem trying to convince us that cousins marrying is like not only good but should happen, so I'm not that surprised. For some reason I have a different button for like go into people, for like bring up people's stats than I normally do. I have it bound to my X button instead of my, oh no, my Y button instead of my X button, which is a little weird. You bumbling idiots, you can't take down a few pathetic knights? Who you call pathetic? But yeah, that is pretty weird. Did Marcus just double crit this guy? What the fuck? Marcus had a warpath. So strong. Yeah, I agree. What the fuck was that? Marcus is a beast. In all my time playing the first chapter of this game, and I've done this chapter quite a few times, I have never seen Marcus double crit the boss like that. All right, I never build supports in these games, but as I say, every time we play this game, I'm gonna build support a little bit between Lance and Alan, because it's just so useful. Already kill off a trooper cap doesn't seem promising early on. That's true. We don't want them. We don't want them taking experience from other people. A great man once said. Lance, how fair is your sword today? Neither good nor bad, Alan. Okay. Cool and calm as always, I see. I may have lagged behind you the other day, but not in this battle. Watch and learn from my skill, Lance. Of course I'll watch. We can all learn from one another. Don't expect me to lower myself to your level, though. Well, look at you. I look forward to sparring when the battle's done. I'll be off then. You'd better hurry along too. God, what a boring dude. To be no. Wait, really? He said it'd be no fun if she was willing to do it? Wait though. That might be a little sus. Maybe I don't like Saul either. I think I'm, if I'm being honest, I'm more okay with cousins marrying than Saul. Saul is problematic. EXP police, exactly. Dude, Marcus is a beast. Okay, we'll do. Honestly, this support doesn't really matter that much. What's the matter, Marcus? They're not good. Not good at all. What's not good? The young recruits, their combat skills leave so much to be desired. Did you see what I did against that boss? Granted, not all of them are disappointments, but most are soft. What they need is more intense training regimen. I don't know if I'd call anyone soft. Everyone's working hard. My lord Roy, you are far too easy on them. I shall go and teach them how we used to do things. Just don't work yourself too hard. You're not as, well, youthful as you used to be. Nonsense! I may be getting on in years, but I'm still more than a match for the youth. If you think more training is what they need, then go ahead. Just take care not to overwork yourself. Age can be cruel. Of course, my lord. Thank you for your concern. Lord Roy is such a caring and thoughtful young master. The other youths we have can't even compare. It's a disgrace. I'm the only one who could be of any use to Lord Roy. Marcus, you need to calm down, bud. Okay, I think we're good. What the fuck? Oh, is this the support? Is it just the C support? Okay, let's see. Let's see what they say. Are you Father Saul? I am Ellen, a sister of the Elamine Church in Bern. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Dear God, Father Saul, I must be blessed to be able to meet such a beautiful lady, and you are a follower of the Elamine Church as well. This must surely be fate. Please let us meet this evening, and we shall discuss the love of God in great depth. Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. Yes, I would love to. Shall we set up a time? Anytime works for me. Are you serious? You're gonna talk about God's love, are you not? Why would I be refusing? But if you accept so easily, there's no satisfaction. That's a little weird. Satisfaction? Oh, please, never mind. But Ellen, are you sure? I'm actually rather loose around women, and I may do something undesirable to you. Okay. No, that will not happen. You're a priest. You will surely not do anything like that. I'm sorry. Perhaps some other day. I was looking forward to it. Okay, that's a little weird. To be fair, he realized, you know, he said maybe another day. Does their conversation get better? What does their A support look like? Seems like they're more amicable in the A support. That is a little weird. At least he understands himself. For Saul being excluded. Yeah, he's pretty creepy. Marcus was an extreme boomer mentality, but then also some like weirdly like, oh, I'm the only one that's useful to Roy. A little weird. Father Lilina. Roy, is that you? Roy. I'm so glad to see you both. Thank goodness you're unharmed. Thanks for the rescue, Roy. Of course, Father. How is your health? Well enough. I have some life in me yet. Oh, Roy, do you know why I called you back here? I'm to take over your role by leading our soldiers to Foray. Or the soldiers of Foray. Are there any soldiers of Foray? Because you think they would have been defending, like, the castle. We must join the rest of the Lycian army to defend our people. Exactly. As you know, Bern has commenced an invasion of Lycia. We are honor-bound to follow the ancient vows of our allegiance. Lycia needs every lord's support, and we must oblige. Of course. I'm truly sorry to interrupt your studies and force you into this war. But I'm not well, and I'm in no condition to lead an army, father. Lord Eliwood, I'll go with Roy. My father leads Lycia's largest army, and I'm certain my magic will be of help to Roy. I don't know about that. I appreciate the effort, though. No, Lena, you must return to Ostia. Why? With Hector preparing for battle, there is no one sitting on the throne of Ostia. It must be an uneasy feeling for the people not to have a sitting lord. As the daughter of the Marquis, you must take the throne until Hector returns. That will put the people at ease. Do you have any objections? No, my lord. Roy, I have arranged a contract with a group of mercenaries. You are to meet them at the border of Bern. Merlinus will accompany you. He is knowledgeable and experienced and should be of great help. Thank you for everything, your father. Also, he can die infinitely, so remember that, Roy. Don't worry, my son, I have absolute faith in you. Fight bravely and show everyone who the next Marquis of Foray is. Yes, father. Boris, I have a favor to ask of you. You didn't ask, my lady. I will accompany Lord Roy in his travels to protect him with my very life. Thank you, Boris. What a homie, he just knew. Take care, Roy. I will, you too, Lelina. Roy and Lelina's bond together. Definitely a lot better than Saul and Ellen's bond. I think that's true. Use your big stats right now. It's early game. True. That would be very helpful. That would be Eliwood doing something useful though, and he's not capable, so. There's a small village on the border of Foray and Bern. This is where Roy is to meet the mercenary band that Eliwood hired. Just east of the village is a small castle occupied by Bern's forces. At the time Roy reaches the village, the castle is in an outright panic. Roy is yet to realize that this confusion going on in the castle will spread, engulfing the entire continent of Alib in chaos. Yikes. This Saul was basically Deshaun Watson. To be fair, we don't know that Saul did anything. Saul is like Deshaun Watson if he was like about to do something and then was like, maybe this isn't a good idea. But they do seem eerily similar. All I want to know is what happened to Princess Guinevere. Yes, Captain, oh, I missed that. Melody, that's right, this is Melody. I'm certain she was in her room this morning, but she simply vanished. You told me that already, you buffoon! I don't want excuses. Are you so incompetent you can't understand that? No, yeah. Our forces are mobilizing to begin a full-scale war with Lycia. How are we to focus on the battle if the princess is missing? Naturally, you will take full responsibility for her disappearance. I never should have left her highness come to the border to begin with. I'll return to Bern and inform the king of this matter. I'll try not to cause a panic, but I can't promise your life if the princess isn't found. I trust you'll take every measure to locate her as soon as possible. Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. Is Princess Guinevere secure? Yes, Commander. She's under constant surveillance in the cellar. Good, don't let her escape. But Commander, are you sure this is a good idea? Of course I'm sure. The younger sister of King Zephiel? We're sure to get a hefty sum turning her over to one of Bern's enemies. Loyalty to one's king? Bah, what a worthless notion. The world is ruled by neither king nor queen. It's ruled by gold. Yes, indubitably, Commander. But there has been a snag, shall we say. What do you mean? I just received a report. It seems that Princess Guinevere's lady-in-waiting has escaped. Her lady-in-waiting. You know, I was playing a game the other day that also mentioned What is a lady-in-waiting? I'm gonna look this up. Is it just like a servant? Hold on. Lady-in-waiting. Or court lady is a female personal assistant at a court, attending on a royal woman or high-ranking noblewoman. Oh. Okay, so it's just like it's just a servant. All right, well, fair enough. Notice better stats than Hardwood Percival. He's just being lazy. He does have pretty good stats, yeah, because you can get him in the trial map. Tries to be Marty impression and fails miserably. Everyone that tries to be Marty fails. Just intended to the queen. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was playing a game yesterday actually, and they were like, "This is my lady in waiting," and I was like, "What does that mean?" Because it sounds a little weird. Well, it sounds like it should be something else, something more. She's waiting for something, but I don't know. What you lout? Why didn't you say so earlier? Find her this instant. Don't let her get away. Okay. Hey, you learn something new every day. Lord Roy, this is the location. This is where we're supposed to meet the mercenaries. Yes, though it seems they aren't here yet. Wait, who's that? Somebody's coming this way. It's Ellen. Be careful there. Oh, forgive me, I'm in such a hurry. No need for apologies. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Thank you, good sir. Very well then. Are you from Lycia by chance? I am. I'm the son of Marquis Foray. Oh, Saint Elamine! Thank you for guiding me to this boy. Pardon? Please, I need your help to rescue my mistress. What happened? My name is Ellen. I am a cleric of Saint Elamine. Oh, interesting. My mistress and I came from Bern to seek an audience with the lords of Lycia. However, Commander Rudd of the castle east of here trapped us. We were captured and imprisoned by our own countrymen. Lord Roy, we must avoid unnecessary entanglements with Bern. But we can't neglect a noble of Bern who wants to speak with the lords of Lycia. Then again, we can't simply charge into the enemy territory either. Wait, who's there? There's the wench. Over here, boys, get the girl. Our orders say dead or alive. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, Merlinus, they provoked hostilities. I don't think we have any choice now. You wouldn't listen even if we did, I'm sure. But no matter, let me witness all you've learned about tactics in Ostia. All right, everyone, we're gonna charge the castle. Head on. Sister Ellen, you should find a place to hide. No, I will come with you. I cannot fight, but I can heal wounded allies. But I'm the one that got you tangled in this mess. Please let me do what I can to help. Okay, but just stay behind us so you don't get hurt. Certainly, thank you for your concern. Threw my old life away and will fight to the death with my crippled hand and Grail. True. Grail is a Chad, absolutely. Even if he doesn't technically help you in any early fights in Path of Radiance, you know he's there, you know. My man goes out and fights Patrine so she doesn't kill you with this fucked up hand. What a homie. Ellen's a really funny character because she has 1 base magic and 0 base defense. But she can heal, you can't argue with that. Merlinus is also a really weird character in this game because you can deploy, you have to use a deployment slot for him, which is kind of unfortunate. But you can deploy him infinitely. Like, he never dies. Also, I'm gonna show off a little, okay, I have to remember how to do this. I think we need Alan, right? So you go like, we're gonna shoot this guy. Yeah, between Sweat and he really do though. And she's no slouch. You fight her later on and she's kind of legit. Weaker than the Maniac Paladin in her chapter. That's actually true. That's actually true. Still though. Okay, so if we kill this guy, I'm trying to remember exactly how to do this. Oh, that's right. You can use Marcus in combat. Oh, I was supposed to use Marcus first. Yeah. I kind of messed this up, but that's okay. It's not that important. Dangwall good, what a beast. So I kind of messed up this first turn, but it's okay. That was a good level up, actually. So what you want to do is you want to move Marcus. You can't move him here. Or can you move him here? No, you can't move him there, right? No. So move him like here. And then we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. So normally what you're supposed to do is have Marcus attack the enemy because he doesn't need to move that turn. And that way you can kill both soldiers that are back here. But I kind of messed that up. So it's not the biggest deal in the world. But the better way to play this first turn is to kill both soldiers and get Marcus on the fort. But whatever, I'm kind of dumb. It's okay though. Well, we'll just get attacked now, which is fine. But yeah, Marcus being on that fort, it's not like you have to do it for this chapter. This chapter's not very difficult, but it's really nice because you get some really nice chip damage on these guys, and they don't get on the fort themselves, which is kind of cool. You know that Patrine is also branded? I did not know that. Is she really? Who like brings up Patrine being branded? That I was not aware of. I never really understood the whole branded thing that much. Branded are they're just like the offspring of Laguz, but they can't transform, right? Or it's like one Laguz parent and one human parent, I think. I never really understood that much. I know Micaiah is, obviously, but... And Zelgius. Maybe when we get closer to those games, we'll understand it better. They should be around here somewhere. Shanna, check around and try to find the soldiers from Foray, will you? Sure. Whoa, Shanna just moved. She just went in between those soldiers. So, big man, who's our client this time? House Foray, one of the noble families of Lycia. The Marquis' son is going to join the other armies of the Lycian Alliance. We're going up against Burn then? Looks that way. Finally, a worthy foe of my axe. Let's show him what we're made of. Yeah, Wade. Burn, eh? That won't be easy. I can tell you that. We had best tread lightly. I think I found them, but it looks like they were already caught up in a skirmish. What? The fighting's already started? Let's get a move on. Time to earn our pay. Hell yeah, Deke. She said if you attack her with sword, her mark is a bit above her chest. Interesting. Okay. I did not know that. Okay, there's Wade in this. Wade has base 5 speed. He's not gonna be able to get. He's not gonna be getting much more of that. We could also use Deke. Deke's not a very like fun character because he's not that like. He is actually just a really good character, but I never really used Deke, to be honest. So we could use Deke. I'm kind of afraid that if I move Wade there, he'll just get murdered turn 1, which I don't love. I usually do this, right? I think. Okay, well, 1 out of 2 is not the worst. She should be fine. Actually, this might help me. Can you rescue? Yeah, I can rescue if he gets hit here. If he doesn't get hit here, I feel okay about this position, but okay, at least we got the kill. We like that. I think I want to rescue Wade now. I don't think I trust him on this for, cause there's like 2 units that are gonna be able to attack him. Even though this hits, how much avoid does he have? 34. Yeah, it's too much, I think. Oh, you can't rescue him? Well, all right, Wade. Good luck, bud. I was pretty sure that Lot would be able to rescue him. We might not be using Wade on this playthrough because he might be dying in short order here, which is a little funky. We'll see how this goes, I suppose. There's the blood of Digencia, and he ends up with a mage with 5% strength growth. Wait, does Soren have the blood of Digencia? I didn't even know that. That is kind of funny that he has that shit strength growth. Go do this. Chi-Chi's Wade. Wade will surprise. I believe in Wade too, but I definitely did not put him in a good place to succeed. I thought for sure Lot could pick him up. We could still use Lot, although we've used Lot before. We could still use Lot though. Lot's kind of funny. We will always die early. That's what it means. It'd be really cool if you could hit this boars. What a homie. Is there a slot for Geese? It's true. He's not dead yet, to be fair. He's not dead yet. And he still has good avoid. Like, the one guy has like 60 hits, so his hit's only going to be like 26 or something. And then the hand axe and the javelin is going to be like extremely low too. I actually, if I'm being honest, I think there's actually a really good chance that he survives. I'm just saying there's like a chance that he'll die, so that's why I wanted to pick him up. But I actually think there's probably more likely to survive this than not. I think the Iron Axe is the only thing that's going to have like even slightly good hit against him, so we'll see though. We'll see. By Fire Emblem's logic, he will die 100% here, so. Okay, see, now I think he's for sure okay. Also, the way that the enemy's position makes him okay. Okay, good. See, we're fine. He even has 69 hit. He doesn't double a guy with a steel axe, which is a little unfortunate, but you know, he's fine. Really, out of everyone, wait, instead of attacking someone at range who can't attack back, you chose to attack Walt at range. I mean, I know Walt sucks, but that's a weird choice. The goat did it. The Wade's the best. Can't stop Wade. Now the question is, should I keep Wade here? This archer is going to be problematic. How much defense do I have? 3. He's got no defense either. He's so bad. I do trust Lot a lot more than I trust Wade. We should also figure out a way to kill this guy. Sure, that's a good place to start. I trust Wade. I wonder if we could build like Lot Wade support so their hit wasn't so dog shit. Who can Wade build support with? Wait, hold on. Who can Wade build support with? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Fire Emblem Wade support. Okay, he can do Lot, Shanna, Echidna, Atlan, and Deke. What if Alan? That's interesting. He can do Echidna. I'm kind of curious what his conversation with Echidna would be like. You know what we could do? Is we could train Deke and then build like Deke support with Wade, and use that to like make up for his dog shit hit. Or we could not do that, but that is one option that we potentially have before us. It's interesting that he can, I don't really know that much about Echidna, to be honest. I'd be curious to know what his conversation with Echidna was like. Okay, wait, I'm gonna have you step back. Can I, oh, I'm just out of range. I'm gonna have you step back, because I don't really trust you that much. Yet. Wade will eventually become a beast, but at the moment, I don't trust him that much. One day. Ooh, I think I'll probably excuse me. I think I'll probably get attacked, but for the moment I think I'll do that. Okay, give me like 5 swords. I usually do like 5 iron lances, like 5 javelins. I usually just do 5 of everything. I never really came up with like a coherent plan for this. Oh, except for bows. Bows don't really matter. I'll just do 1 bow. I think overbuying a little bit there is fine too, but this game, unlike I don't know why my nose is like stuffed up now. I don't know what happened there, but unlike Fire Emblem 7, where I think it's much more important to like buy as much as you can as early as you can, because there's just a lot, oh nice crit, because there's just a lot less shops in that game. In this game, the shops are a lot more plentiful. When you're playing on hard, you don't have access to the shop in the convoy, but even without that, there's so many shops and so many chapters that I don't think you really need to overbuy that much. And you'll still be okay. At least that's always the way I felt about this game. TBH. Can we kill this guy actually? I mean, the archer's a lot less annoying if he if he traps himself like he has, but yeah, I would love to kill this guy. Here, Wade. Here I can. Here. You can do it, buddy. I believe in you. 60%. That's like basically 100. All right. Well, get used to that, because that's the first of many misses that we're gonna be seeing with Wade. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay. So this guy should die, yeah. To Deke. I kind of want to train Deke, to be honest. You know what's funny? Deke is not a bad unit. In fact, I think Deke is a really good unit. And I do use him on every playthrough to a certain extent, just because, like, you use Deke, right? Like, Deke is just useful at the beginning of the game. But I don't think I have ever promoted Deke. I've promoted Deke like on my own, but I don't think in an Iron Man that I ever like streamed or uploaded to YouTube have I ever promoted Deke. I might be wrong about that, but like I just never wind up using him. I've used OJ multiple times because he's more of a meme character, but I've never like actually trained Deke. To be fair, Deke is much more like a tempo early game unit than a trainable unit. He is fine, but he's not broken, you know? He's not like Garrick from Fire Emblem, Secret Stones, where he's like good throughout the entire game, but still. I would not mind training him. I think that'd be kind of fun. Okay, you guys keep building support, and then do you guys both have javelins? Yeah, it's gonna be a little annoying. It's all right. We'll kill him next turn. At least 2 range in this game is absolute dog shit, which is kind of bad for you, but it's also really bad for the opponent. Okay, how do you do? That's kind of perfect, to be honest. Well, it's less perfect if you crit, although watching a mercenary crit is always pretty cool. You know what's, so I've mentioned this before, although it's very minor and it probably only applies to me, but the way that mercenaries attack in this game is slightly different than the way that they attack in both other GBA games. Like they bring their sword down lower to their hip, whereas in the other games it's more like upper, I guess. Very, very minor, but when I was a kid and I didn't know how to emulate this game, that's like one of the things that like blew me away, and I desperately wanted to experience that. The animation is slightly different. I never finished first casual attempt to Fire Emblem 6. Deke was painting it nicely. General expectation of him. Yeah, he's definitely a very solid unit. He's not one of the things about Fire Emblem 6 as opposed to like 7 and Sacred Stones is that the enemies scale quite a bit more in this game. Like they become a lot harder at the end. So characters like Deke that are more tempo units at the beginning and then, I don't want to say fall off, but aren't quite as strong at the end as some other characters, do struggle more so in this game than they would in like those 2 games, for example. That doesn't mean that he's a bad unit, but yeah, he's definitely a unit that I wouldn't necessarily wind up. Part of his problem too is that the first Hero's Crest you get should really go to Rucker because he's so strong in the mid game. And once you get past that point, again, it's not like Deke's fallen off, but he's not quite as like useful as he was at the very beginning. So there's kind of like not really a space or a position where it's like good to promote him necessarily. There's also never a point where it's bad to promote him. Like you can use the first Hero's Crest on him, and that's a totally fine thing to do. But it's not as good as using it on like Rucker, for example. Another crit. Although to be fair, there really is no other good Hero's Crest user in the entire game, so Deke is probably your best user of the second one. Like, I'm trying to think, but I don't think, like, OJ sucks, Wade and Lot suck, Fur sucks. I don't really know. I know it's heresy to say on this channel, but I don't know that there's really like a better user of the second Hero's Crest you get. So Deke's probably your best user of that. To be fair, unless there's someone I'm forgetting, which could be the case. I guess Gonzalez can use it, but he's definitely better than Gonzalez. Okay, I'm assuming your hit here is absolute. 45 is actually pretty good. I was expecting, why did I just pick up Ellen? I was expecting way worse than that. Why did I just pick up Ellen? I think I thought he had a javelin. How are we killing this guy? Oh my god, how are we killing this guy? Oh my god. How much defense does this guy have? Holy shit. Look at this guy's stats. I wish this guy was on my team. Can you hit this maybe? That would be pretty cool. Okay, that's good. We love that. So we should be able to kill him. I kind of messed up this turn. You can deal 6 damage, right? 8, okay. That's even better than 6. I also think that Deke is probably one of those units that benefits quite a bit more on lower difficulties. Like lower difficulties, you don't have hard mode bonuses for Rucker. So even though I assume Rucker is still a really great unit, he's probably not like busted or as necessary. And Deke's sort of longevity is probably a lot stronger. Also, I imagine the ability to use hand axes is actually pretty legit on lower difficulties because the avoid of enemies is just a bit lower. So I always kind of say that, you know, the tier list of characters doesn't really change that much if you go on like different difficulties, but it does change a little bit. And I think Deke may very well be one of those characters that does change a bit. Just because of that. Okay, we want to keep building this support. Basically, the thing about Lance Allen support is that, again, I never like to build support in these games because I always find it a little bit boring and it kind of makes the characters too good in a lot of situations. However, in this game, hit in general is really bad, as we've talked about a million times. How much does the archer deal to me? 13. He just barely doesn't kill me. All right, we love to see that. But even for that, I still wouldn't build support. The reason that I build this support is because on chapter 7, in order to... So on chapter 7, you can guarantee the recruit of Trek and Zealot by keeping them alive. By recruiting them the turn they spawn. And that way you run no risk of them killing themselves. In order to do that, you have to kill like 3 units, and you have to get over there very quickly. So the best way to do it is to use your Cavaliers. This is where hit rates become very sus and annoying. So I mostly build support to help me out with that specific moment. Although again, it is not necessary to build support for sure. I can't quite heal you enough, but I can almost kill this guy. But that's the only support I'll build. The Marcus Roy support also seems like it could be useful because Roy needs to be really overextended on that chapter to make that work. But it's kind of not true because even though for a second he is really overextended, in the end, Trek will always pick up Roy after... Because the way that the recruit works is you recruit Zealot with Roy, and then Zealot recruits Trek, and that way Zealot can stay there because he's really strong, and then Trek can pick up Roy and back up. So the way that it works doesn't actually require Roy to be in an awkward position at all, to be honest. He's never like has to take a hit from the Wyvern or anything like that. Now, of course, the other solution to this is pretty simple, which is you just let Trek and Zealot maybe die and not give a shit, which is another strategy. And on our low tier Iron Man, we basically had to do that because it's a lot more difficult to do if you can't use the Cavaliers. But if you want to keep them alive in a consistent fashion, building the support between Lance and Allen is like not necessary, but pretty useful. Also, that chapter in general is made way easier by building that support, so there's that too. Okay, now killing this boss is actually kind of interesting. You can hypothetically do it with Roy and the Rapier, but he's really weak and shit, so the much easier way to do it is to do it with Deke or Marcus, but Deke because he uses the experience better with the Armor Slayer. So that's why I go over and grab the Armor Slayer from Merlinus, who always visits the house for me. You know, you can also just have Thani visit the house, or Shanna, but it doesn't really matter too much. Do we supports right now? Nope, that's fine. So now Deke. Let's not die to the boss, that's fine. I'll heal him first with Ellen. Seems like the way to go. Part of the problem is that the Rapier that Roy has, yeah, his attack sucks, which is part of the reason that he doesn't deal very much damage, but the bigger reason is that the Rapier, the way that effective damage works, it really needs high might from the base weapon, and the Rapier just doesn't have that high of might, so. And nobody else can really use the Armor Slayer. I would normally say that giving this kill to one of the calves is useful, but I think maybe if you grind enough, you could get them to a high enough sword rank, but they don't come with high enough sword rank, so. Oof. Greed can only bring you an ill fate. Damn, Rudd's spitting facts over here. I mean, to be fair, if you were also strong enough or had enough money to hire more units, you might have been alright too, Rudd, but... Okay, I think we're good to go. I guess I can build this support a tiny bit more. And yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind doing this Wade Deke support. I think this might actually be the answer to using Wade, to be honest. Because the problem with Axe users is the same problem with Dark Magic users in this game, which is that hit rates are terrible. Like, don't get me wrong, Wade is terrible because he never gets any speed, so that's bad in and of itself. But also, he just can't hit anything. This is the most tedious boss in the game. Yeah, if you miss a lot, it can be annoying. As long as you use the Armor Slayer, though. He's not so bad. I love Thani. There are ballistas in this game, Matt, but not that many. We could use Thani. I don't think I ever really used Thani either, to be honest. Use Dark Mages? We could. I was kind of thinking Ray, because I never really used Ray, and I think he's kind of cool. To be fair, at some point I do need to not, like, we can't use every single unit in the game, but maybe we could try Ray. There's always Sophia. I do love Sophia, although she is incredibly tedious to use. Lord Roy, there was a woman locked in the cellar. That must be Ellen's mistress. Bring her here. Yes, my lord. Your Highness. Ellen, I'm so relieved you're well. You put yourself in such danger running off like you did. I was worried sick myself about you. I'm sorry, Your Highness, but I couldn't leave you in that dark cellar. Or did she say dank cellar? Don't worry yourself, Ellen. It's thanks to you that I'm safe now. I'm in your debt. May I ask your name? I'm Roy, son of Elywood, Marquis of Foray. It's a pleasure. As for myself, Your Highness, are you sure? Are you certain you should? Don't we already know? Yes, Ellen, it is fine. My name is Guinevere. Guinevere? That's the name of the Princess of Bern. Yes, that is I. What? That was a trap, wasn't it? Merlin is hold. I beg your pardon, Lord Roy, but I wish to hear her out. Give her a chance, will you? As you will. You're truly Princess Guinevere from Bern. Yes, truly. I cannot blame you for doubting me, however. Maybe you are the Princess of Bern, and maybe you aren't. I can see from your actions and dress that you are at least of high status. If you are indeed Princess Guinevere, however, there's one thing I don't understand. Ellen told me you intended to meet the Lords of the Lycian League. Yes, that is correct. Why, if you're the sister of the King of Bern, I want to find a peaceful way to end the war. If I can speak to the Lycian Council, I'm sure we can come to a solution. Your brother instigated this war. Is it your power to stop it? At the very least, I wish to do everything I can. No, I must do everything I can. I see. Use the Pegasus Knight trio as a tribute to Girl Boss and Thracia. Wait, you can triangle attack with Pegasus Knights, can't you, in this game? Are there 3 Pegasus Knights? Wait. I think the 3rd Pegasus Knight is the Falcon Knight. Can you triangle attack? Wait, now I want to do that. Because I think you can triangle attack in this game. I mean, you can obviously with the Knights. Wait, now I kind of want to do that. For the time being, come with us to meet the Lycian League armies. I want to see what Lord Hector thinks of this affair. You will allow me to accompany you? Yes, if there is any possibility to avoid further bloodshed, we must try. It matters not how small the chance. Thank you. I'm truly in your debt. They cover sorrow. Good things about Thani. Using your incorrectly. Never good combat for me. Yeah, that's always my problem with Thani. She always just winds up being this like extremely frail, pretty weak thing. The problem is that units are just way too bulky in this game, I feel. She is useful as, like you said, as a drop ship, but then you don't need to train her, so yeah, I don't know. I've never really got it. Was a lot in Thracia? Yeah, a lot. Especially in the end. Tina, Safi, Sarah, Lenoan, they're all really good. Just north of Foray stands Castle Arfan. The armies of Lycia have gathered here to make preparations to strike back at Bern. However, when Roy and Guinevere are only a short distance from Castle Arfan, a messenger brings them shocking news they can scarcely believe. Native to Bern are savage flying reptilian creatures known as wyverns. Leading Bern's army is a trio of elite commanders known as the Wyvern Generals, named for their combat prowess, which is said to be comparable to the wyverns. Two of the three, Brunya and Narshan, have attacked Castle Arfan. Well, Brunya's not a Wyvern Rider, but okay. Virtually decimating the Lycian army while it was little prepared. I guess Murdoch is also not a Wyvern Rider, so. And use the rescue dropper. Let's get invincible on the Western Isles. Yeah, she's pretty good on the Western Isles, although I tend to find that portion of the game is pretty easy in general, but maybe being able to fly around is good, I don't know. Genitate Juno. Okay, so Juno is... The only problem with that triangle attack is that Juno is like a pretty shit character, but all she really needs to do... I guess Barth was also a pretty shit character, and all he needed to do was just be a part of the triangle attacks. We can try to triangle attack. The only other problem with that is that Juno is a really late recruited unit, like really late. So we're only gonna be able to triangle attack like at the very end of the game. Three Knights can also triangle. Real interesting. Morale of the groups takes a blow, but Roy continues to Castle Arfan, both to see it for himself and hopefully... Oh, I skipped that. But you can use elite triangle attack. That's true. I don't think we're gonna do that. I know we love the night triangle attack. I do too. I don't think we're gonna do the night triangle attack. I want to try... I feel like it's so tedious to train those units, and I want to try some different tedious units. You can use them early on. You can use them early on. That is true. You do get Barth very early on. We'll see. Your Majesty, we have captured the enemy commander. Good. Bring him before me. You're Zephyl, the King of Burn. Black-hearted fiend. Ah, Lord Hector. You have my highest praise for lasting so long against two of my Wyvern generals. I suppose Ostia's reputation as the most powerful house in Lycia is well earned. The strongest of a pile of worms is hardly a match for my boot, however. Jesus. Your end is nigh. If you've any last words, I suggest you spit them out. Just tell me why. What was that? Burn and Lycia. We were always on good terms with each other. Even when you took the throne, we always paid our respects to Burn. Respect, Pa, don't make me laugh. The whole continent shall be my domain. Only then can the world be liberated. I lack the time to concern myself with such trivial matters as respect. You mean to liberate the world? What do you speak of? Pay it no heed. You won't live to see it anyway. You there. Take him away. Throw this dead man into the dungeon. Yes, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I will take my leave now. I must return to the plains of Sakai. Yes, be on your way. One matter before I leave, Your Majesty. If you will allow my opinion, I would not so much as trust in that woman. Do you speak of Idun? Yes, Your Majesty. The men call her the Dark Priestess and find her presence disturbing. I understand that she's a shaman of great power, but... Brennan, do you doubt my judgment? No, of course not, Your Majesty. I just think your duty is not to think. Your duty is to follow orders. Is that clear? Yes, Your Majesty. Your will shall be done. Do you doubt my judgment? Dear me, the words that come out of my mouth sometimes. Oh, dear me, what a silly man I am. Lord Hector still lives? Yeah, probably. I saw some of Burton's soldiers take him into the castle. Chad, was it? Do you know the inside of Castle Arfan well? I guess so. Wait, are you guys gonna try to save Lord Hector? Sounds like a bad idea to me. Most of Brent's forces are gone, but there are still plenty of soldiers in the castle. Marching in would be suicide, perhaps. But you said most of their army is already gone. We can't afford to lose Lord Hector. If we have a chance, we must take it. Really now. I'll come with you then. I can show you around the castle. What? You don't have to do that. Please just explain what the interior of the castle is like. I've got a bone to pick with Burn. Please let me go with you. If you insist, we're happy to have you. I think your skills will be an asset. Yeah, I can pick any locked door or chest. That is helpful, yeah. Lord Roy, I'm sorry for my brother. I don't think the invasion would pick up so quickly. Princess, you're not responsible for this. Please don't blame yourself. Besides, Lycia is still united. We just need Lord Hector to lead our army so we can fight. We must retake Castle Arfan for all of Lycia and for Lilina. Let's move out. Let's do it. Submit that you don't want to take this run seriously as you try to dodge the knights. That's true. This is a meme run, so we're not going to use the night triangle attack. Yeah, seeing Hector like beaten up and bloody. It's just interesting actually to see a Fire Emblem character with like blood all over them, to be honest. That feels a jackass. He is. He is. I like that he's got a little flair to him, you know. That is true. Hector and Eliwood did save his life. Yo, Bello, what's up? What's up? Just so young when Guinevere. That's true. I don't know how. Yeah, how old is Zephiel supposed to be? He seems very old, but I don't think he's that old. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Guinevere, I feel like isn't too young. Tremblay, oh, no problem, Bello. No problem. Just happy you're here. Okay, so this chapter is also fairly straightforward. We don't get into a really tough chapter until the next one. Unfortunately, the way that they position your units in this is terrible. I would love to give you a javelin if I can. Yeah, give me like an iron lance and a javelin would be pretty cool. So that way you can actually help with the combat, which would be ideal. Seven is non-canon in my canon. Okay, that's interesting. It is. These games definitely feel a lot more like opposed to each other, considering they're like the same game or the same like stuff. They seem very different. I don't know why I just gave his Iron Lance to Alan. I thought that Alan didn't have an Iron Lance, but he clearly does. Here, Lance, you can have an Iron Lance. Is it weird that the character named Lance doesn't start with an Iron Lance? Is that weird? I don't know. Oh, defense. I like defense. Should be pretty old. Oh, if he's supposed to be... Wait, is he supposed to be 40s? Hector's 35 here? Well, if Hector's 35, then he should only be like maybe 25 or something. I'm not really sure. I definitely don't trust Fire Emblem to make the characters look like the age they're supposed to be honest. Also, Hector seems a lot older than 35. He's got like a giant beard. He looks kind of disheveled. I guess he's disheveled because he's bleeding to death currently, but still. He does seem a lot older than that. We should be good this turn, I think. I don't think there's a chance that Alan dies. No, he should be okay. Hopefully. FE7's plot renders FE6 stupid. I did always feel like FE7 was a little funky, although admittedly I'm not an expert on it and its plot. I do know these games a bit better, but I would say that I know like the outlines of Fire Emblem 7, Fire Emblem 8, or Fire Emblem 6, Fire Emblem 7, Fire Emblem 8, rather than all the little things that happen in them. Thanks for taking the children under your care, Bishop. Of course, the St. Elamine Church will take good care of the orphans. And what will you do, Lou? I'm gonna stay here. I have some things to take care of. That's so. Please be safe. Yes, you too. Make sure you listen to what the priest says, okay? You're not coming with us, Lou? I'm gonna wait for Chad. We'll catch up with you later. Yeah, Chad's coming too? Of course. I want Ray back too. Yes. If Ray would come back, we could all be together again. Children, we must be off. See you, Lou. Don't take too long. Yes, hurry along now. Sorry for lying, but I've chosen not to run away anymore. Who's gonna go kick ass? Me to my friends' place to watch the CFP National Championship? Yeah, I gotcha. Sounds good, Wheelie. Okay, so... we kill this guy. We can. Okay, I like that, I think. Yeah, it should be a good game. I'm just hoping for a good game, to be honest. I know we were talking about who's going to win earlier. I really have no clue. I just want to see a good game. And I think it will be. At least the ones so far have been really good and close, which is what you want. So it should be good. Did Wade not double the soldier? Oh yeah, that's right. Because Wade is literally incapable of doubling. Because he only has 3. Oh no, he has 5 speed. How did he not double the soldier? These soldiers have 4, so holy crap! These soldiers are so fast! Did they get weighed down at all? Okay, they do get weighed down by 2, but that's still one more than Wade can double. Oh my god. You wasted a weak thief? Yeah. Yeah, his name being Chad has always been kind of funny. I really wish that you could promote thieves in this game. I would love the fact that the thieves in this game are like essentially useless because you can't promote them is so unfortunate, because I would love to be able to train the thieves, and like technically you can, but it's just so pointless. Like, because you can't promote them, you just can't do anything with them. But I would love to run around with like an assassin or a rogue or something in this game with Chad or a stall, or the other one, Kathy. No, her name's not Kathy. What's her name? What is her name? I can't remember her name. Whatever, the female thief, whatever her name is. I don't know why, I'm just completely blanking on her name. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Gatekeep thief promotion is something I'll never understand. See, that's what's so weird, right? Because Fire Emblem throughout the first bunch of games, and like, Fire Emblem 4, no problem, right? Thieves can promote, we don't mind. Fire Emblem 5, no problem, thieves can promote. Then in this game, thieves can't promote, I don't know why. Then in the next game, thieves can promote, but only using an item that you get on like one of the last chapters of the entire game, which really sucks. Then in Fire Emblem 8, they can promote again, which is great. Then in Fire Emblem 9, they can't promote. I mean, I know What's-His-Face promotes, but that's like a special promotion. So they just cannot promote, which is like super bizarre. And then finally in Fire Emblem, in Radiant Dawn, they can promote again, and all as well. But like, yeah, man, the like weird thief promotions through a lot of this like era of Fire Emblem is very strange. Kath, yeah. Oh, okay, so Kathy wasn't that far off. Yeah, I just like completely blanked on her name. Kath is one of those characters that never really does anything. To be honest, Kath is actually a pretty useful character because you can steal her lockpicks over and over again, which is actually basically means that she just gives you like 3 lockpicks or something, which is actually pretty useful, to be honest. But she winds up being pretty useless. She also doesn't really do much. She is a bit annoying if you miss her recruitment, because some of her later chapters where she comes, like the Douglas chapter or some other ones, can be really tedious. But too measured his balance, but don't you dare think about promoting thieves in the following games. Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. Yeah, I really don't understand. At least in Shadow Dragon, even though thieves can't promote, they can go to level 30. I mean, there's so much other shit going on in that game that, you know, thieves suck. But, like, most characters suck in those games, or in that game, but at least they can go to level 30, which at least gives you, like, something kind of cool to work with, right? Just the ability to, like, not promote them at all is so lame. And then, I guess in all the new games, you can probably promote them. I'm trying to think if there's even thieves in the new games. What is it, in Awakening, I think there's thieves and they can probably promote. And then in Fates, there's probably thieves. I don't know, I'm not an expert on those games. We got a point of resistance. That's not very useful, but we have it now. Level ups are so far on the 6, yeah. You gotta love it. This is like, the GBA games I feel like are like the bridging games of Fire Emblem, where in more modern Fire Emblem, it seems like basically every character has really strong growths. You know, actually we were talking about Pokemon the other day, and I actually find Fire Emblem to be fairly similar to Pokemon, where in the past, a lot of Pokemon were like really kind of bad or really niche because there was like the whole like special physical like split, and some Pokemon just didn't learn good moves ever, stuff like that for their type. And in Fire Emblem was kind of like that too, like so many characters have so many problems in these older games, whereas in more modern Fire Emblem I feel like most characters at least get like pretty good stats and have like pretty good skills and stuff. I guess it depends on the game still, but Narshan, what is causing all that noise? What's left of the enemy are likely putting up one last fight. Shall I summon the dragons, your highness? No need, milady. We can handle them without so much as breaking a sweat. Not now, Idune. Send the dragons back to Burn as planned. Yes, your highness, as you will. I must return to Burn. Narshan, I leave Lycia in your hands. What shall I do with the remnants of the Lycian army? Kill all who stand against you. What of women and children? Was I unclear? Kill all who stand against you. Grind them to dust. Ensure no others dare dream of opposing us. Of course, your majesty. Man, I love Narshan. What does his majesty see that I do anyway? In that I do anyway. Well, I think it's time I left as well. Slater, I entrust the castle to you. Might I inquire where you're going, sir? A marquis who turned against Lycia has a special gift for me. He says it's a girl of Arturian nobility. This guy's also a bit of a creep. Arturian nobility, she must be quite a catch. Yes, the marquis tells me she's a beautiful thing. You must be looking forward to it, sire. Please be careful on your way there. You be careful too, Slater. Don't let these scattered remnants defeat you. Should you fail, I personally will order your evisceration. Jesus. Have mercy, sire. What a nut. What an absolute nut. There's a 5% res growth. Well, his speed growth is 20, so maybe he'll actually get some speed. Playing with 3 magic at level 20. Yeah, that's the problem with Ellen. Even though I think her magic growth is actually pretty insane. Like, when you start with really low magic, you really never know what you're gonna get, unfortunately. With combat units with thievery added alongside. Oh, okay. I do vaguely remember that. Oh my god, Ellen almost died here. Ellen, stop missing! Jesus Christ! Ellen's fucking trolling over here. You know what game I'm really excited to play is actually Fates. It's funny because in the past I've always kind of considered Fates to be like one of my least favorite games in the entire series. And maybe it still will be, but I don't know, man. The more I hear people talk about Fates, the more I like really want to try that game on like the harder difficulties, which I never did when I first played it. I don't know, something about you saying thieves, ninjas, and outlaws makes it sound like way cooler than it probably is. Peak storytelling. Treasure than Ursula going away. Inland story. Wait, what do you mean by Ursula going away? This guy's just a creep and that's all? That he's definitely a creep. That is true. I guess I'm not sure what you mean by Ursula going away. Ooh, we got resistance with him too. Vacation period, played a lot of Birthright. We'll go into Conquest. Yeah, see, I really want to try those games. And we will in this series. We will eventually. But yeah. I think it was Conquest that I played. Like the first time when I first played Fates back when it came out. And I think part of it, I've talked about this quite a bit in the past, but part of it for me, I think, was that I wasn't really willing to engage with the game in the way that it needed to. Like, there was a lot of like skills and stuff that really confused me, and I think I wasn't, because that was before I was Iron Manning, so I wasn't really willing to put in the effort to like learn the game systems as much as I might like today, for example, which I think might mean that I would really enjoy the game, because Engage was kind of like that, where there's a lot of different stuff going on in Engage, but I actually really like that because I was engaging with the systems quite a bit. So I don't know. You're what's left of the Lycian army, aren't you? Here, take this and go quickly. We may be occupied by Burn, but we're still Lycians at heart. Thank you. Enjoy while it lasts. Look, Roy, to be fair, Roy actually, like, stats-wise is not too bad. If Roy could promote earlier, he actually might be okay. But yes, we probably won't be seeing a lot more good Roy growth. Chilson goes like, more important things to do. Go kill it and get Niels back. Yeah, that doesn't really seem to make much sense, to be fair. Ooh, wait, is Lance? I think Lance might. Ooh, because the Javelin, I think, dealt the same amount of damage as the Iron Lance, didn't it? So there's, I think, a chance that Lance will die here. Okay, that was never punished. See, he could have attacked Lance on the previous turn, but he didn't. That was definitely a never punished moment right there. That's when I first got it, but nowadays I'm more open to engaging with the mechanics. Yeah, yes, exactly. Me too. I think part of it for me was that it was just so different. Some of the older games too, like, I don't know that I ever could have quite engaged with like Thracia, for example, as I've been able to like recently. Although those games are a little more simple, but I think a lot of the new games have that kind of stuff going on. Like for example, in Fates, the whole fact that when an enemy hits you, they can like debuff you really confused me, and I really hated that because it was hard to like add up numbers in combat as to how combats were actually going to go, and it just sort of turned me off to the game in general. But I think that just adds another layer of complexity, and if that's what you want, which is I think what I want more so these days, it can be really beneficial. Sloppy plays, you gotta love it. Defense and res. No HP. I always feel bad when a character gets defense but not HP. It's like, that sort of works, but it'd be better if you just got both, you know? The peak of his Fire Emblem 6 gaming? Yeah, no, not by, I kind of thought, actually, I was trying to figure out like ways to make this run more interesting because we played this game so many times. And I thought, what if I just used like the strongest characters in the game and I tried to do like a deathless run, like a full deathless run. But then I thought, because we had a run not too long ago where we had like one death or something for basically the entire playthrough. I think by the end I wound up like losing Nime on one of the final chapters, and then I got like Milady got like 1% dragon crits on like the final chapter. We ended up with a couple of deaths, but for like most of the game I had like I think like Trek died and that was it. Although with the way I'm playing right now, I don't think that's really in the cards, but do I want to kill this guy? I really need to heal you, to be honest. Is Wade here? He is, but he's also hurt. Okay, you can kill this guy. Oh, my experience? That's really interesting for me to know as well. That other people had a similar experience in that regard. Because yeah, that was exactly my experience. And like I said, I think a big part of it for me was that, you know, now the way that if you watch me play Fire Emblem these days, it's so much different. Like, I think a lot of people play Fire Emblem in more of a way where you just kind of like throw units forward and see what happens. And I was very much like that for like most of my life playing Fire Emblem. So that's a big part of it too, is like just like slowing down and actually I don't know, I can't really think of a better word than engaging with the systems, but yeah, it's cool to know that other people had the similar experience for sure. Well, chapter 7 starts. Chapter 7 is definitely like, you really never know how chapter 7 is gonna go, you know? You can prepare for it. You can run from it. You can, you know, prepare your best, but chapter 7's coming. A strength level up for Marcus is actually pretty good. You know what's really good is Marcus getting a speed level up, because the next chapter is not too bad, but it can be pretty annoying, especially in the early turns. And if Marcus can get 1 extra point of speed, he goes to 12 speed, which completely changes who he can double and who he can't. It's actually pretty useful for chapter 7 as well. It's a really small percentage to get, but if you can get 1 speed level up for Marcus, going to 12 as opposed to 11, it's like huge. It completely changes so much of what you're capable of in the next couple of chapters. But obviously we didn't get that, so whatever. Better than your own? Yeah, way better actually. He's much stronger than our archer, unfortunately. I think we picked the wrong archer to join our army. We have that armor slayer, which I would love to use here. So why don't you back up and then you have the rapier. Can you? Oh yeah, what a beast! What a beast! What a beast! Okay, yeah, just armor slayer. But yeah, I think a lot of the more modern games I'm really excited to retry. Three Houses as well, though I've heard Three Houses is a little funky, but Awakening as well has a lot of stuff going on. Fates is the one that I always hear is like the really like good and interesting one, so that's the one I'm really excited for. But there's a couple of those games that I think will be fun. So if I miss, this is actually a little bit sketchy. Oh, I can heal. Okay, never mind. Should be good to go. Somebody should probably go visit that house, otherwise we're just not going to recruit Lou, which is not a very good idea. But we can always do that later. Why does he stand there like that? I don't know. Roy's animation in this game in general like really frustrates me. The fact that Roy gets really cool animation when he promotes, but only if he's using one specific weapon that only has like 20 uses. I would love to see them remake this game and make it like make Roy like way cooler. I feel like Roy sucks in this game, you know? I wish he was cooler. Like, he's not actually that bad of a character, of like a unit, to be completely honest, but I don't know, man. I wish he was cooler, I guess. It's funny that more modern Fire Emblem games have like really leaned into the main lord being like super good. Part of that is just, like I've said before, every character in modern Fire Emblem is good. Because man, in older Fire Emblem, the lord always sucks ass. I guess that's not always true. In fact, in early Fire Emblem, that's really not true. And then you have like genealogy. All right, that's not true. What I just said is not true. But for this stretch of Fire Emblem, it is true, and it's kind of unfortunate if you want to use the lords. Smash, remove the most. That's true. Yeah, Roy, I think gets a lot of his popularity from Smash for sure. Because in this game, man, he stinks. Yeah, that's a good point. Early Fire Emblem, actually, like I said, that's really not true. Because Fire Emblem 1, Martha's, yeah, one of the best. Fire Emblem 2, Cecilia kind of sucks, but Alma's like one of the best characters in the game. Fire Emblem 3, Martha's still really good. Okay, that's actually really not true. So Fire Emblem 5 to Fire Emblem 8, although even 8 has Ephraim. I guess it's not, maybe I just play the ones with shitty lords. Because now that I think about it, it's not actually that true for most of the games, to be honest. I think I just remember the ones with shitty lords, you know? It's like Fire Emblem 5, Fire Emblem 6, and Fire Emblem 7 all have like pretty dog shit lords. But then Fire Emblem 8 has like half a good lord. And then Fire Emblem 9 has... like, Ike in Fire Emblem 9's pretty good. He's okay. And then Fire Emblem 10, I guess, has Micaiah. But I kind of like Micaiah, to be honest. You know what I really want to make? Is like a video just going over the Fire Emblem lords. I think that'd be cool. Especially for people who haven't played some of the games. Even Leaf has his usage. Yeah, that's a good point. Leaf really isn't that bad, to be honest. And honestly, even in Fire Emblem 7, like, Hector's pretty good, which is a third of the lords. And now that I think about it, maybe they're not so bad. Avatar hits the powers off the charts. Yeah, I hate Avatar Emblem. Me too. Oh my goodness. I know there are probably people that really like that, and more power to them. You know, obviously they get to use that in the games, and that's awesome. I absolutely hate that. Yeah, I do not understand it. I do not understand why it's a part of the game. I really wish all the characters were just their own characters. I don't need a self-insert. You know, the self-insert from Fire Emblem 7 where you're just like the tactician is like more than enough for me. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm not a big fan of that stuff. I was always really confused when I was younger and like those kind of games were coming out. What's the name of the tactician from Fire Emblem 7? Because these characters like have, you know what I really hate? That they have like technically names, but they're not really their names because you always rename them. So like the tactician from Fire Emblem 7 has like it's like Will or something. I don't remember what it is. But it's like that's not his name. Like that's never his name. I don't know. It just that kind of bugs me too. Mark, okay. I don't know. That's a personal thing, but I always hated that. Like in Fire, like in oh hi Mark. I always hated like Byleth in Smash. Like, I don't know, man. I know they're supposed to have names, but I really wish they would just put characters with actual names in the game. Like, Byleth's name is never Byleth. That's not that character's name. I don't know why they even have like a real name, so to speak. Like, you're always, I guess you don't have to rename them, but I don't know. This is very much a personal gripe, and I understand that not everyone agrees, but Azura is the main lord in Fates. Yeah, I don't know why she wasn't. And the thing is, when Fates, dude, granted, I don't remember that much about Fates, but I was so confused when I was playing Fates, because when Fates was coming out, every bit of everything I saw was about Azura. It was like, Azura, she's dancing here, she's doing this here. She's the most important character, she's the main character. Like, it's all about Azura. And then you play the game, and maybe I'm misremembering, but bro, she is like not important at all. Like, I was so confused by what her place was in the game, and maybe she has a bigger like thing than I remember, but yeah, that really confused me when I played Fates. I was like, what is happening here? Like, he's also trying to imitate Marty and also failing. Everyone is just trying to imitate Marty. Once you've created, to be fair, once you've created perfection, which is of course Marty, as we all know. I mean, it's you know, I don't really blame Fire Emblem that much, because it's like, where do you go from here? And unfortunately, you know, it's all downhill. Alan, the battles will only get more difficult from here on. I know, but a challenge is just what I want. Alan, I have something to request from you. If we lose, yes. If it ever looks like defeat is certain, I want you to take Lord Roy and retreat. I will act as a decoy for the enemy and buy time. What? But what about you? If it has to be one of us, it may as well be me. Lance is like so weird. I've served House Foray the shortest time, so... Have you lost your mind, Alan? If you're staying, then so will I. I won't allow you to run headfirst into certain death alone. But you're one of the long line of knights serving House Foray. It's better that you take Lord Roy and flee. How long you've served means nothing. Let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself any less loyal than any other knights? No answer? Then allow me. You're just as valuable as any of us. You've held to your knightly vows admirably. I've been your partner ever since you came to House Foray, so I know that well. Alan. Don't throw your life away, Lance. Lord Roy needs you. We all do. I need you. And then they kiss. My canonical pairings for this game are Lance and Alan, and then Roy and Marcus. But that's just me. I don't think that guy moves, but it's okay if he does. Alright, Lou, come on out, bud. Excuse me, you're with the Lycian army, aren't you? Please, let me fight with you. I don't have any useful information, but I can use a bit of magic. I'm sure I can help you. Okay, it's fine. You're on the team, pal. Though Chris is the most terrible avatar I've ever seen. Good lord, you need it? Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think it's like cool in theory, but maybe this is just me, but the problem is, like, an avatar in a game is made that way because you can, like, you have input on the game. Like, if you play Baldur's Gate, for example, like, you can make your own avatar, right? Because you make decisions that impact the world. But the problem with Fire Emblem is, like, I don't impact the world. Like, my avatar doesn't make any decisions outside of fighting, I guess. So it just seems sort of pointless to give the player the ability to make an avatar. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it, I guess, but... Like, I'm not making my own character. Fire Emblem isn't like a role-playing game. At least that's not the way I view it. Like, you never make any decisions outside of, like, what route split to go to. Like, it's not like you can decide whether to join Burn or defeat Burn in Fire Emblem 6. And, like, having an avatar through which you can make those decisions would be helpful. Obviously, Fire Emblem 6 doesn't have an avatar, but, you know. Deke should probably get healed, but he's probably okay. That guy also doesn't move. It looks like I was wrong about the one guy, but that guy doesn't move. Really shouldn't. Can you not fly over that wall? I guess that makes sense. I think making an avatar a teacher will be completely mute is a good idea. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you could actually do something and your like conduit through the decisions that you make and the actions that you take is like a like the avatar, then I get it, right? But that's just not how it works. Everyone's getting resistance. Fate stories a mess. Yeah, a mess. Yeah, I really hated the story. I remember playing through Conquest or whichever one I did, and I kept thinking like, something's got to change. Like something more interesting has got to happen here, because this is like dreadful what I'm playing right now. And then it never did. Do I kill my entire army? Do I kill the entire army of my own, or do I leave some scraps for a few allies? That is true. That is true. And that's why the tactician, the one in Fire Emblem 7 kind of makes sense, because you are the tactician. But the thing is, Mark never like makes any decisions. Like he I don't know why I picked him up. Like sure, he's there for some meetings and stuff, but it works the best in my opinion in Fire Emblem 7, because like if they really felt the need to explain why you're there and being a tactician, I guess it works. I don't know why you have that need, but like it does work for those purposes. But again, you don't make any decisions, so. Okay, famous last words, yeah. Never say those words, because someone's about to die. Hopefully that won't happen here, but I really do think we're okay. We'll move on later. All right, Wheelia, sounds good. This will probably be the last chapter I do today. Yeah, actually it's 6. This will probably be the last chapter I do today. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Good luck to Washington. Hopefully you get to watch a national champion by the end of the night that you approve of. There is a slight part of me that wants a Big Ten school to win, but I don't really like Michigan, so who cares? But yeah, I don't know. Rant over, I guess. I know I've been ranting for the most of this chapter, but this chapter is pretty straightforward, to be honest, especially at this stage. So it's not much to talk about. But yeah, I've not been a big fan of. Out of all the stuff they've done in like the newer games, that's definitely one of the things that annoys me quite a bit. I don't like it very much. Also, like in the form of someone like Byleth, like all you really get to decide is whether you're like a boy or a girl. You know, like I don't know. Maybe you can change her more than, or them more than I think. I don't know. There are new such casual gamers. Two mystery houses. No, that's very true. I think I agree with that 100%. Very true. That's what I mean as well about like, I think increasing like growths across the board is a part of that too, making the games more open world, allowing players to maximize stuff. Players already, I get comments all the time when I make like, I've talked about this before, when I make like lists on which characters are good. People still play Fire Emblem in a very casual way, and not that that's a bad thing at all, but they do try to appeal to those people more than, you know, us, I guess, which is, you know, I've always said this, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Awakening and a lot of the newer games and a lot of the newer decisions they've made, I would much rather have this version of Fire Emblem that isn't necessarily fully for me than have no Fire Emblem at all. So obviously I would prefer it if it wasn't quite that binary. You know, if there was some kind of middle ground. And I think sometimes middle grounds exist. Like I think Echoes was a pretty good middle ground. That game had they didn't like shove in a self-insert, and that game was pretty brutal because it modeled after Gaiden, which I liked. So I think to a certain extent they are still making Fire Emblem for us, you know. But what's words? Thank you. Sometimes they say something that sort of makes sense. Turn style kind of suck. I agree with that completely. I actually loved Engage. I never finished it, which is not a slight on the game. I just I don't know, I just didn't finish it. But I was enjoying that game so much. That was probably my favorite of the new games. I absolutely loved it. But I totally agree. I hate the like art style. I think it looks really weird, and I didn't really like it. And yeah, I didn't like the story. I thought the story was really boring, and I thought the world building was really bad. Like, for a game that's that's coming out in the modern day, they go to a lot of different locations and they show a lot of different like castles and stuff, and then they'll show like one NPC. The world feels so empty, you know? I really didn't like that. But I did like the gameplay a lot. I loved it. So you love Echoes? Me too. Echoes was because Fates came out and I didn't really like it that much, and I was really excited for Echoes because I never played Gaiden. I remember actually I didn't even know it was coming out, and then my friend told me, who doesn't even really play Fire Emblem that much, and I was like, wait, they remade the second game? That's amazing. And yeah, I was blown away. Echoes looks great. I think it plays great. I know some people didn't like some of the elements in it, which is, you know, understandable, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of Echoes. Really excited to play it on this series. Even though I hate Gaiden, it's like my least favorite Fire Emblem game, I love Echoes. This is the difficult and in-depth in game text. Must have gone to appeal to a larger scale, easy to get into. That's what they want for sales. Yeah, that's just kind of how it goes, especially when it comes to games like that are much more, and like in the case of Fire Emblem in particular, I totally get it, because Fire Emblem isn't even like a multiplayer game, right? If Fire Emblem is going to survive, clearly they need to appeal more to the more casual audience. So I don't even think I'm like necessarily in the right by wanting what I want, you know? I mean, I am in the right in the sense that I want what I want, but I get it. I get what they had to do, and I appreciate that they did. It's certainly better than dying, but yeah. But yeah, Smash as well is a game obviously where the majority of their people are more casual, so I can't fail. If I do, what awaits me is a fate worse than death. Echoes remake. Oh yeah, we were talking about that the other day. The somebody made the Fates Echoes but on the GBA. Yeah, it looked really cool. I'd love to try that one day. General Narshan, please have mercy. I mean, bro, you just died. It doesn't matter what Narshan's gonna do. Each character supports? Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Everything else is incredible. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And like from my honestly, if Fire Emblem wants to go that route, I love it. I would love a game that's complete, you know? I would love a game. I really like Three Houses story. I thought it was very interesting. So I would love a game that like combined engages gameplay with Three Houses story. But if I had to choose one or the other, I would much rather have engages gameplay, because that's what I'm more interested in. So I was happy with the package of Engage, even if it didn't quite meet my expectations when it came to the story. Your text was great. Oh my god, that Gaiden, that was, I was genuinely like, because I try to keep it like pretty calm when I record, because I feel like, you know, I feel like I shouldn't get that frustrated. It was tough. That Gaiden, oh my god, dude, it was frustrating for sure. Well, Lord Roy, is something wrong? Just call me Roy. I've known you all my life. I appreciate your kindness, but rules are rules. Do you really think so? You suddenly feel so distant to me. What are you saying? I'm right here in front of you. That's not what I meant. No, I know. But enough talk. We haven't time to laze about here. Let's go. The battle awaits us, Lord Roy. What's a little shit? Alright, we'll build support a tiny bit. Or actually, I should keep doing Wade and Deke, right? We're liking this. Let's tell you some beloved, yeah. But that's what I mean, like... What's a dumbass? True. That's what I mean, like, it really sucks. It really does. And this is like such a bummer, but unfortunately, games like Tellius just probably won't exist again unless they remake it, because again, Echoes, I do think had a lot of what made Gaiden great. And I'd be curious when they do Genealogy if it's also going to be great. But unfortunately, that in order for Fire Emblem to survive, it just needs to appeal to, you know, not fully us, which kind of sucks. But Lord Roy, we found Lord Hector in the dungeon. You did? Is he all right? He's gravely wounded. Well met, Roy. Lord Hector, that gaping wound. We must get you help. Here, lean on my shoulder. Don't worry yourself, I'm done for. Lord Hector, we were taken by surprise. We'd have never supposed that Byrne had summoned dragons. Dragons? Yes, the same dragons the humans fought against in the Scouring. I learned of that in my studies. Eons ago, dragon and human each had dominion of half of Elib. The Scouring was a war for total control of the continent. Very good, lad. The 8 legends defeated the dragons and led the humans to victory. How did Burn summon dragons? I haven't the faintest, but Burn was once the dragon's domain. Hartmut, one of the 8 legends, was the founder of Burn. Perhaps the reason lies there. Lord Hector, Roy, go to Ostia. You must lead what remains of the Lycian army in my place. Me, but fear not. In Ostia is a weapon that can take down a dragon. A weapon? Alina can tell you more. Please take care of her. She may act strong, but she's still a child. Please don't let her... Uh-oh. I promise you I won't. Alina, let me see you just once more. Sorry, Hector. Lord Hector! Sorry, buddy. Right, there's Closing Your Doors, my favorite game. Series likely to. The remake is still announced when the Telly's remake day comes. Probably too old anyways. That's the spirit. Yeah, I think, and like, at least from my perspective, you know, Engage still had some great stuff going on in it. Not all the games are going to be hits, but I think that the core engine of Fire Emblem still exists, which I think is good enough to at least appeal to me in that regard. But yeah, the days of the GBA games, the days of the Tellius games, even the DS games that I know people didn't really like that much are behind us, unfortunately. But in any case, this is where I'm going to end the stream for today. We did the first handful of chapters. Nobody's died yet, which is great because we don't want people to die, right? We don't want that. That's not the way Iron Man should go. So I appreciate everybody for watching. I will be back probably tomorrow, if not Wednesday, and we will keep going with Fire Emblem 6, so it should be a good time. The hacking scene is still strong. That's a great point. I've talked about this a million times, but man, the hacks that people are making today, if anybody is like disillusioned with modern Fire Emblem, what Bella just said, go check out some hacks. They're so cool. What people make today is nuts. It's so cool. But yeah, one day we will do some hacks on this channel. Maybe. We'll see. Once we get done with this series. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Enjoy the National Championship if you're watching it. And I will see you probably tomorrow.